Welcome to our tutorial on building a 3D game using JavaFX. In today's video, we're going to create a simple game where you control a sphere that collects randomly generated cubes. This will give you a decent understanding of JavaFX's 3D capabilities as well as game structure. To start off, ensure you have Java Development Kit, JDK, 8 or higher, and an IDE like IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse installed. You can download the latest JDK from Oracle's website. Once everything is ready and set up, let's dive into coding. First, we create our main class that will serve as the entry point for our game. We'll name it main. Let's set up the project structure. Create a new Java class named main in the src directory. Next, we will extend our main class from application, which is the JavaFX way to build applications. Don't forget to import the necessary JavaFX classes. Let's add a 3D environment to our scene. JavaFX uses perspective camera to create a 3D effect, so we'll create an instance of perspective camera and set it to our scene. Now, let's introduce a sphere object that the player will control. We will create an instance of sphere and add it to our scene. To ensure that our player's sphere is visible, we should also set material properties for it. Let's create a font material and attach it to the sphere. Next, we want to allow our sphere to be controlled by the keyboard. We'll set up event handlers for key presses using the setOnKeyPressed method. For our example, we'll allow movement along the X and Z axis. Now we need to create the collectible cubes scattered throughout our game world. We'll write a method that generates cubes at random positions. Let's implement the cube generation in our start method after the scene is created. We can create and add a number of cubes to our game by calling our createRandomCube method in a loop. Next, we should keep track of how many cubes the player has collected. We'll use a simple integer counter that increments every time our player's sphere collides with a cube. To do that, we will implement collision detection. To check for collisions consistently throughout the gameplay, we can use a timeline to repeatedly call our checkCollision method. Now let's make the game visually appealing by adding a light source. We will add a point light positioned above our scene to create some depth. With our basic game structure complete, it's time to polish the game by adding some background music. We can use the JavaFX media classes. First, we need to import the necessary classes. Lastly, let's ensure we properly clean up the resources when the game ends. We will do this by overriding the stop method of our application class. Alright, we have successfully created a basic 3D game using JavaFX. Our sphere moves around the scene, collects cubes, and the score increases with each collected cube. You've also added music and basic lighting. Now it's your turn. You can expand upon this base by adding more features like levels, enemies, or even power-ups. Feel free to explore the capabilities of JavaFX and get creative. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel for more Java tutorials. Don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Happy coding!